Important events from this day in history: September 18th. The 18th of September 1975, Patty Hearst arrested by FBI. 1975. Newspaper heiress Patty Hearst is arrested in a San Francisco apartment and arrested for armed robbery. She had been kidnapped from her apartment in Berkeley, California on February 4, 1974, but in April she sent letters to the media saying she was joining the SLA of her own free will, and later that month, a surveillance camera took a photo of her participating in an armed robbery of a San Francisco bank, making her a wanted criminal by the FBI. The 18th of September 1851, The New York Times founded. 1851. First published by Henry Jarvis Raymond and George Jones on September 18, 1851, under the name of the New York Daily Times. The 18th of September 1933, Citrus crop damage. 1933. With the number of very heavy tropical storms this season, the citrus crops in Texas and Florida have now suffered losses ranging from 85% of the grapefruit crop in Texas to 25% of the orange and tangerine crops in Florida. Many are hoping and praying that we have seen the last of this year's tropical storms. The 18th of September 1942, Subs sinks 4 Japanese ships. 1942. The fight for supremacy in the Pacific Ocean is being won by submarines from the U.S., as yesterday they sank 4 more Japanese ships and damaged 4 more Japanese ships. The 18th of September 1956, USA gas price wars. 1956. Many towns and cities across the U.S. are seeing price wars in filling stations, with prices changing hourly by stations wishing to increase business. The prices during a price war can range between 24.6 cents per gallon and 30.2 cents per gallon. This is great for the consumer, who can save as much as 75 cents by shopping around. The 18th of September 1967, USA teacher strikes. 1967. Strikes by teaching staff in New York are no closer to a settlement after 2 weeks, with 1.1 million children kept from classes in public schools. Striking teachers in Detroit have reached a settlement which will mean 300,000 school children and their teachers will be back in school next week. The agreement gives the teachers $850 per year increase for 2 years and was accepted by the vast majority during the vote. The 18th of September 1970, UK Jimi Hendrix. September 18, 1970, Jimi Hendrix died in London of a suspected drug overdose, but the actual cause of death was he had asphyxiated in his own vomit, mainly red wine. Many do not realize that Hendrix did not make it his home country, born in Seattle, Washington, USA, until he had made it internationally, specifically in England and Europe. Only when he appeared at the Monterey International Pop Festival in 1967 did he gain a following in the US. Among the many accolades Hendrix has received, Rolling Stone magazine named Hendrix the greatest guitarist of all time in 2003. The 18th of September 1973, Jimmy Carter files UFO report. 1973. Future President Jimmy Carter files a report with the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena (NICAP), claiming he had seen an unidentified flying object (UFO) in October. The 18th of September 1978, South Africa sanctions. September 18, 1978, France has returned deposits to the South African government for 2 submarines and 2 frigates due to the sanctions imposed on South Africa against the use of apartheid. The 18th of September 1985, Strategic Defense Weapons. 1985. President Reagan has stated that the Strategic Defense Weapons (SDI), which will only be used to destroy weapons, will not part of negotiations on reducing offensive nuclear weapons in the upcoming talks in Geneva. The Russians have responded by stating the US is militarizing space. The 18th of September 1985, United Kingdom expulsions Soviet diplomats. September 18, 1985, in the continued tit-for-tat expulsions of diplomats between the UK and Soviet Union, the Soviet Union ordered 6 Britons from the UK embassy to leave the country. This brings the total to 31 expulsions by each side in the last week. The 18th of September 1992, Canada giant mine in Yellowknife. 1992. During a strike by mineworkers at the giant mine in Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, Canada, a bomb is planted by mine employee Roger Warren 750 feet underground, which kills 9 strikebreakers. The 18th of September 1995, Virgin Islands Hurricane Marilyn. September 18, 1995, Hurricane Marilyn batters the Virgin Islands, the fourth to hit the Caribbean in the last 4 weeks, left at least 9 dead and many injured. The government has placed a curfew on the island and have marshals on hand to stop looters. The 18th of September 2000, Southall and Ladbroke Grove Rail crashes. 2000. A public inquiry opens today on the Southall and Ladbroke Grove Rail crashes, with victims and family members accusing Railtrack of putting costs before safety. The 18th of September 2003, USA Hurricane Isabel. September 18, 2003, Hurricane Isabel strikes North Carolina's Outer Banks with 105 miles per hour winds and continued up the eastern seaboard to West Virginia. The storm claimed 40 lives and left 6 million people without power. The storm surge from Isabel washed out a portion of Hatteras Island to create what locals called Isabel Inlet. The 18th of September 2006, Rwanda, Simon Bikindi goes on trial. 2006. Famous Rwandan singer, Simon Bikindi, goes on trial against charges of inciting violence in relation to the 1994 genocide of around 800,000 people. Bikindi pleaded not guilty after being accused of creating music that encouraged young people to join the Interahamwe militia and having connections to the RTLM radio station, which was thought to have further encouraged the genocide by distributing hate media. The 18th of September 2007, Ukraine, Chernobyl. September 18, 2007, Ukraine announces plans to build a large steel covering over the radioactive site of the Chernobyl disaster, the world's largest nuclear disaster. The cover is to be built by a French company and will cost $1.4 billion over 5 years. It is now more than 20 years since the disaster, and levels of radiation still make the area uninhabitable. The 18th of September 2009, Poland coal mine explosion. 2009. A methane gas buildup explodes more than a kilometer underground in the Wujek-Śląsk coal mine in Poland and killed 12 miners while injuring another 30. The 18th of September 2011, police in Hong Kong make records drugs bust. September 18, 2011, police in Hong Kong raided 5 different locations across the city and arrested 8 people after seizing a record-breaking amount of cocaine. The police seized half a ton of cocaine that had been hidden underneath recycled plastics with a value of $77 million. The 18th of September 2012, poet Louis Simpson dies. 2012. Louis Simpson, a Pulitzer Prize-winning poet, died at the age of 89 at his home in New York. Simpson was known for making poetry that chronicled the darker side of suburban life. The 18th of September 2013, Air France announces further job cuts. September 18, 2013, Air France announced it had plans to cut 2,800 jobs after already planning to cut 5,100 jobs. The cuts were being made to help cut costs and turn the company around financially after merging with KLM nearly 10 years earlier. Born this day in history, the 18th of September, celebrating birthdays today, 1 Lance Armstrong. Born September 18, 1971, Plano, Texas, known for professional road racing cyclist known for winning the Tour de France a record 7 times from 1999 to 2005. In 2012, Armstrong was banned for life from all sports that follow the World Anti-Doping Code after it was concluded that he had taken part in a long-term doping program. He was also stripped of all achievements and titles that he earned after August of 1998. 2 Jennifer Tisdale. Born September 18, 1981, Neptune, New Jersey, known for actress who has starred in the films The Hillside Strangler and Dark Ride. Her younger sister is Ashley Tisdale. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.